he's ready for breakfast, doesn't it? Well, they got along just fine last night. I had to come out and check and make sure everything was going okay out here. Came out probably 2 o'clock or something like that. So he's just under 24 hours old now. It's our first 2023 lamb there. He's a little ram. He's getting along just fine. Look at him. Out here running around and jumping around yesterday. And it's a beautiful morning. Ozarks are something else. Well, I don't see any activity this morning on any of the other ewes that look like they're ready to go. Yesterday was just an awesome day. It cooled down, especially last night. It cooled way down. It's been from hot to hotter lately, really. So when I came outside last night and it was all cloudy and it actually was cool, I couldn't believe it. It felt great. I could have sat out here all night. I'm sure these sheep felt the same way. Now we got more to go. Who's going to be next? Wanted to show you guys our new charger system. It's a little bit different than what I've been using. I've been using a Gallagher. The Gallagher has two different settings on it, one for livestock and one for wild animals. This one just seems to have one setting, I think. But it's a good one. It's a little bit more powerful than the other one, so with more sections of fence, we really needed a bigger charger. This girl right here is getting huge. We got them kind of towards fall, winter. I don't remember exactly when we got them, but they were pretty young when we got them, and then it was winter time. And so grazing through here in the winter time was kind of rough, you know. We didn't have obviously the forage that we have right now, so they just had their hay bales and they had their alfalfa pellets and a little bit of grain every once in a while. We're not doing any grain right now with them, of course. We just give them grain for a treat sometimes or to move them, but I don't think I'm going to give any of our new lambs any grain unless I really find a need, or if I just really feel like we need to spoil them. I guess we'll see what the wife says about that. She likes to give them a little grain sometimes, but we don't want to make it a staple of their diet. We like them being on the grass. The one thing that you can tell right away when you switch their feed, if you get some that have been eating pretty much nothing but grain and stuff like that, is they stink. And I'm not saying anything bad against anybody that feeds grain to their sheep, or saying that there's anything wrong with sheep that eat grain, but there's a big difference between how they smell. Their manure just really stinks. Then you get them out here on pasture, and after a couple of weeks, there's a big difference. It's just that grassy, natural smell that almost doesn't really, it doesn't give you that really gross stink. I don't know how else to put it. It's kind of like being out in the, if you're a deer hunter and you're out in the woods and you smell deer, you know it's their manure and stuff, but it doesn't necessarily stink. Like, I don't know, like something that eats meat or a human or something like that. It's a lot different. If that makes any sense to you guys. Well, good morning. I'm not sure which one of these two is going to be next. I kind of think Betty will be. Although JoJo's belly I think is a little bit bigger, but I'm wondering if she's got twins. But this girl now, I saw her standing next to Betty yesterday, and she's the alpha female for sure. She's our puppy dog too. She's real friendly, real sweet. But she's been one of the bigger ones between her and Taggy that just had her lamb. But I saw this girl who's always been pretty tiny standing next to her yesterday, and she looks like she's going to be bigger. She's getting huge. I couldn't believe it. This is our first time with sheep, and it's our first time raising them over winter, so seeing a young one grow up and finally get to chow on some spring flush type forage. Man, she's just gotten huge. And hopefully she's got 2 or 3 lambs in her too. That'd be awesome. Well, good morning. Good morning. You're ready to go, aren't you? Good morning. What do you think? You got a new lamb friend over there? Yep, my daughter wants to name the lamb JJ. She's a big Cocomelon fan. So it's probably what, 6:30, something like that. Awesome morning though. Sunrises are usually pretty neat. But the sound out here definitely makes you feel like you're in the jungle. It's pretty cool. This girl is huge. Yep, you're ready, aren't you? Not too sure about you there, Hart. There's our sweet girl, Betty. She's our little Holstein, man. Yep. She's not big enough looking to me to think she has more than 1 lamb in there, but man, she's going to have enough milk for a couple. I don't want to bother these two too much here, but I gotta come check them out. How you doing there, Taggy? You're all right. You're all right. Here's the star of the show. Here's the star of the show here. Well, you're sure looking good, aren't you? Are you just a handsome fella? Yep. Yep, you're just a handsome little guy. Hey there, pretty girl. It's okay. You're all right. The GoPro's not dangerous, I promise. It's not dangerous, I promise. She's always been kind of sketchy. Look at this guy. All right, so we got Betty here. She's going into labor. She's been calling for a little bit. So I just came up here and looked. I was moving fence and decided to come up here and take a look, and yeah, I thought she'd look like she had dropped down the last few days a little bit more. And look at that. So she should be having that lamb pretty soon. We'll keep an eye on her. She seems to be just eating still, which is kind of weird. But pretty soon she should be finding a spot. We should see her start scratching around more. Yep, kind of like what she's doing now. She's not really grazing right now. I think she's just trying to find a soft spot. She should start scratching at the ground pretty soon. Maybe she is still grazing. That's funny. We'll keep a close eye on her, and she kind of looks like she's going to start laying down here. Yep, she's licking. Number 2 here, guys. Good job, Betty. Yep, you're going to be a good mama too. So we got the moms and the young ones over here. I saw Betty was getting ready to go into labor, so I fenced her off and kind of pulled her under the shade, and I set these guys up a new paddock over here. They're always so curious to come see the new lambs, but they get too excited and they start trying to push and they start running around them and they can step on them, so I just like to separate them off. And they're busy now.